Welcome in to All-Star Park. I am Justin Hergert alongside for today's matchup. Is a 2-2 count to Omari Johnson. Gets the leadoff for your Dodge City A's. The lineup looks like this. It's Johnson, Vasquez, Irwin, Morehouse, Moreno, Huff, Phillips, Amador, and Blakenze. 2-2 pitch. Omari fouls that one off, and count remains at 2-2. He'll step out of the box, and it will go back to work. So the 2-2 pitch. Jack Weiss, he gets the start on the mound tonight for the Colorado Lumberjacks, and he'll deliver ball 4.
Up next for the A's, second baseman number 23, Angel Vasquez.
So that'll bring up Angel Vasquez, 1 on and nobody away for your Dodge City A's.
Is that waterproof? Up next for the A's, third baseman number 5, Max Irwin.
Runners on at first and second for the A's after the leadoff walk, and then a single by Vasquez. Max Irwin that takes a first pitch ball. A little rain shower moving through the area right now here at All-Star Park. Pitch. Gets the strike call to Irwin. Max, a freshman from Coffeyville Community College. 1-1 delivery. Weiss will take a look back at second. Fires in, and Max will send a shallow fly ball out into left field, but pulling it down is Fagans for the first out of the inning.
Next up for the A's, catcher number 30.
That'll bring up Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse, a senior this past season, played at Eastern New Mexico University, played the year before at Houston Christian. So he'll step on with 2 on and 1 away.
Was your run not bad?
No,
Was it
just took
stuck?
a liner.
No, because I have my stuff out there, so
Oh,
I don't think it's raining that hard though.
what kind of stuff?
Pitch is fouled
It's
off.
protected in my bag, so
Oh, yeah.
I should be sure.
Pitch. Misses from Weiss. Morehouse ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Weissel comes set, working from the first base side of the rubber. Take a look back at second, delivers, it's low, is ball 4, and that will load the bases. So the A's, they have bases loaded with 1 away, and that will bring up Jaden Moreno.
First baseman number 12, Jaden Moreno.
So Moreno steps up with bases loaded. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. First pitch you'll see Weiss, he's working from the windup. He'll deliver low and inside for ball 1. That'll send Luke Krofka out to have a conversation. Well, for those of you that have been following along, after today, there are only 7 games left in the regular season for your Dodge City A's. So we'll go back to work. The mound visit's over. It's a 1-0 count to Moreno. Crouch down. He'll take the ball low. In case you were wondering, yes, both teams are wearing black here today. The Lumberjacks, they are wearing their black T-shirt style shirts that say Jacks across the front with the logo. Numbers on the back in white. Your A's, they go in the lawman uniforms. It says Boot Hill across the front with their numeral in the gold color. Pitches in for a strike to Moreno. The 2-1 delivery. Weiss sends it in, fielded by the shortstop, steps on second, goes to first for the out, and that will end the inning. The twin killing, and the A's work the bases loaded but get nothing out of it. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Kyler Vaughn leads off for the Lumberjacks. He's in, and it's a 3-1 count. Thomas Fowler is getting his second start on the mound for the Dodge City A's. A 3-1 pitch. Fowler winds and delivers, and he'll miss high and inside. The leadoff walk puts one aboard for the Lumberjacks.
Up next for your Lumberjacks, shortstop number 20, Caden Clifford.
That'll bring up Caden Clifford. Winds and fires, gets the strike call. Down to the count 0-1. Pitch is low, rolls to the backstop, and that'll move the runner Vaughn over to second. One pitch. Fowler, he works from the first base side of the rubber, working from the stretch. Grounded over to Vasquez at second, throws to first and gets the out, one away.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, left fielder number 22, Parker Fagans.
So Parker Fagans, he's up for the Lumberjacks. A little steadier rain coming down here. Wind is also picked up as well. Fouled off the first pitch he sees. Down on the count, 0-1 is Fagans. Fowler delivers, misses outside, and evens a count at 1. Two and 1 the count. A 3-1 pitch. Fowler looking in. He's got what he wants. He'll come set. Winds and fires. Fagans will send that out into right field. Backtracking is Huff to the wall. It'll bounce off the wall. That'll score a run, and the Lumberjacks are on the board early. An RBI single for Fagans, and that brings up Elias Frenier. Frenier will step on, one away for the Lumberjacks. 2 balls and 1 strike to count to Frenier. Fowler will miss just a bit outside, and that makes it 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Fowler has what he wants. Comes set. Take a look back at second. A pitch grounded to Vasquez. I'll make the throw to first, and that is out number 2.
Up next for your Lumberjacks, third baseman number 9, Zach
It
Perry.
advanced Fagans over to third, and that brings up Zach Perry. Perry, the third baseman, hitting in the 5 hole for the Colorado Lumberjacks, and takes a new ball to Fowler. First pitch he'll see coming up. One 0 pitch. It's fouled to the right and out of play. So that'll do it on the ground out. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Welcome back into All-Star Park. Justin Hergert here for today's game. Top of the second, the Lumberjacks lead it 1-0. Paxton Huff, he's leading off for your Dodge City A's. The A's sent 5 to the plate in the top of the first, but weren't able to get anything out of a bases-loaded situation. Jack Weiss back on the mound for the Lumberjacks, and he'll deliver outside for ball 1. Huff, he's ahead in the count. 1-0. 2-0 pitch. Comes inside and gets the strike call. Counts now 3-1 to Paxton.
So 3-1-2.
Wise set. He'll deliver. Gets the swing and coming up empty. Oh.
Up next for the A's, designated hitter number 17, Jackson Phillips.
So that'll bring up Jackson Phillips. Phillips, he'll take a swing and comes up empty. The Lumberjacks, they enter today at 6-19. Phillips takes a swing and comes up empty again, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Weiss, he's pitched 28 innings for the Lumberjacks. Has a 6.75 ERA on the mound. Phillips makes contact but sends it foul. Phillips down 0-2. Weiss winds and delivers and gets Phillips to swing again, and that is the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Jael Amador. Amador, the center fielder today for your Dodge City A's.
11, Yale Amador.
Nobody on and 2 away here in the top of the second. The Lumberjacks, they scored their run on an RBI single into right field. Back in the bottom of the first, the pitch gets the strike call. Amador down 0-1. Weiss delivers again, gets a strike call on the inside half, and Amador down quickly 0-2. Amador makes contact. It's a high fly ball into the gap in right center, going to the wall and off the upper part of the fence. It is a home run. It didn't actually leave the ballpark, but hit the fence and bounced back into play. Amador will touch them all, and we have a tie ball game. So that'll bring up Arturo Blaquenze. The A's have tied it at 1.
Number 6, Arturo Blinkense.
Blaquenze was a freshman this year at Dodge City Community College. Blaquenze fouls off the first pitch he sees, and he'll be down in the count 0-1. Well, a brief rain shower moved through earlier. Things seem to be clearing up here at All-Star Park. It is at Kelly McGregor Field at All-Star Park, home to the Colorado Christian University. Blaquenze down in the count 0-2. Pitch, Blaquenze swings, he'll come up empty, and Weiss, he'll strike out the side. That'll send us to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Welcome back to All-Star Park. Bottom of the second, it is a 1-1 ball game. Leading off, it is Damian Fisher. Fisher, the 6-hole hitter, the designated hitter today for the Lumberjacks. Your A's, they hold a 3-0 series lead over the Lumberjacks, so they've guaranteed themselves a series win in the league standings. A pitch. Fowler misses, and Fisher ahead in the count 1-0. Fowler waving one off, has what he wants. Working out of the stretch. Gets a swing and a miss to Fisher, and that evens a count at 1. So your A's defensively, they have Omari Johnson, Yael Amador, and Paxton Huff third, left to right in the outfield. Max Irwin at third, Blakenze at short, Angel Vasquez at second, and Moreno at first. Grounded to Blakenze, throw to first is in time, and one away. That'll bring up Mason Reagan. Reagan, the second baseman.
Up next for your Lumberjacks,
It's in the 7-hole.
Mason Reagan.
So Thomas Fowler, he's on the mound, and Aiden Morehouse completes a battery for the Dodge City A's. Fowler, he has what he wants and comes set. Delivers a ball outside, and Reagan's ahead in the count 1-0. Pitch coming. Fowler set, delivers, gets a swing and a miss, and that evens a count at 1. One delivery coming. Fowler wave went off. The pitch goes low, and that puts Reagan ahead 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 2-1 pitch. Grounded up the middle. Fowler gets a glove on it. Fielded by Vasquez. A throw to first. In time, he keeps his foot on the bag, and that is out number 2.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, catcher number 6, Lumberjax.
So that'll bring up the catcher, Quinn Lakrofka, batting in the 8-hole for the Lumberjacks. They have 2 away with nobody on. Now they're going to talk things over. I think there might have been questions whether or not Moreno kept his foot on the bag, and he did indeed. Then that is verified at 2 away. Well, some more conversation going on, and we'll go back to work now. Krofka steps up with nobody on, 2 away. First pitch to Lou Krofka is low and inside, and he's ahead 1 ball and no strikes. The A's, they will complete the Colorado road trip tomorrow. They take on the Game Day Angels. That game set a 6 p.m. Mountain Time start from Double Angel Park. 1-0 pitch. Fowler delivers, missing on the outside. Krofka ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Your A's will actually not return to Cavalier Field until Sunday when they take on the Fort Collins Foxes. It'll be 2 games, one Sunday, one Monday. A reminder, 6 p.m. start Sunday evening at the ballpark. Krofka ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. The pitch. They'll draw the 4-pitch walk. That puts 1 on and 2 away. We're the 9-hole hitter, Cooper Nider. Nider, the right fielder for the Lumberjacks, and they're going to send out the courtesy runner. Joshua Miller doing the courtesy running for the Lumberjacks. Nider, he's down in the count, 0-1. So after the 4-pitch walk, Fowler able to find the zone and will continue. Fowler delivers, he'll miss low. It evens a count at 1. Throw over to first, and Miller is caught in a rundown. He'll be tagged out at second, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the third. It is a 1-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Omari Johnson leads off. We're back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's here in the top of the third. And Johnson, he'll swing and come up empty and finds himself down the count, 0-1. One pitch. Weiss back on the mound. He's out for his 3rd inning of work. Pitch is fouled. No. Johnson makes contact. He'll send that one out into left field. He's in safely with a stand-up double. The A's have one on with nobody out.
Up next for the A's, second baseman number 23, Angel Vasquez.
So to bring up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez, he singled the last time he was up. Remember the A's, they worked the bases loaded in the top of the first, but weren't able to get anything going. We're in the top of the third here, and it is a 1-1 ball game. Vasquez, he'll take a strike call. Finds himself down 0-1. Vasquez makes contact. That's headed out into the left center gap. It'll go all the way to the warning track, and it will score a run. An RBI double for Vasquez, and the A's lead it 2-1.
Up next for the A's, third baseman number 5, Max Irwin.
So that brings up the 3-hole hitter and third baseman Max Irwin. Irwin, he flew out the last time he was up. Irwin steps up, batting .316 on the season. Irwin sends that one, but it goes foul on the third base side. He's down 0-1. Omari Johnson, he led off the inning. Johnson batting .366, and Angel Vasquez, he stands on at second. Vasquez batting at .435. Pitch, that one's grounded through the left side. Vasquez rounds third. He will score, and the A's lead it 3-1.
Up next for the A's, catcher number 34, Aiden Morehouse.
So Aiden Morehouse steps up. Morehouse, he drew the walk the last time he was up. Morehouse batting .421 on the season. Takes a first pitch ball low. Now the A's have scored in back-to-back innings now. The solo home run in the top of the second by Yael Amador, and now 2 runs in here in the inning. Morehouse sends that one up the middle, and that'll put runners on at first and second with nobody out.
Now batting for the A's, first baseman number 12, Jaden Moreno.
So that'll bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno, he grounded out his last time up, and the A's have runners on the corners with nobody away. Moreno steps up, batting .302 on the season. The A's have 2 in so far in the inning. They lead it 3-1 here in the top of the third. Runner goes. It's Copper over, and he has a collision with the shortstop, and he is out. Pitch is popped out into left field. That'll score a run, an RBI single. The A's lead it 4-1.
Up next for the A's, right fielder number 13, Paxton Huff.
Paxton Huff, he's up. He went down on strikes the last time he was up. Take a first pitch ball, a front door bender, didn't catch the zone. Huff, he's batting .216 on the season. The A's with 3 runs in the inning. They lead at 4-1. They've out hit the Lumberjacks 7-1. The pitch goes with the bender again and gets the strike call. It evens the count at 1 to Huff. Moreno on at first. The pitch misses low. Paxton, he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Moreno stands on at first. He'll get his lead. Pitch gets the strike call. Weiss catches the upper part of the zone, and that evens the count at 2. Weiss, he's a team leader in innings pitched, as pitch will miss outside, gets away from Lou Krofka, and that moves Moreno over to second on the passed ball. So the A's, they have another runner in scoring position with 1 away. Huff steps back in. The count has run full. We'll see the payoff pitch. Weiss, he's on the first base side of the rubber looking in, has what he wants, and comes set. Working out of the windup, he'll take a look back at second. Delivers and misses. Huff, he'll draw the walk. That puts 2 on and 1 away for Jackson Phillips, who went down on strikes his last time up. Weiss, he struck out the side in the top of the second. That's going to prompt a mound visit from the Lumberjacks. 2 on, 1 away for the A's. Jackson Phillips, who was part of that strike out of the side back in the second inning, is up. Phillips batting .279 on the season for the Dodge City A's. Lumberjacks already find themselves in a 3-run deficit, trying to limit the damage done to what is already on the scoreboard. The A's, they fell in a twin killing in the top of the first. They had the bases loaded, but the twin killing ended the inning. Trying to stay out of a double play ball here. Phillips steps up. Will go to work. Weiss, he has what he wants and comes set. Huff getting his lead off at first, and Weiss misses, and that puts Phillips ahead in the count 1-0. Lumberjacks are playing their corners in a little bit. Pitches in and gets the strike call, and it evens a count at 1 for Phillips. The A's are working their second trip through the batting order. Of course, Jackson Phillips, he hits in the 7-hole for the Dodge City A's. Look back at second from Weiss. Delivers, gets Phillips to swing, and comes up empty. He'll find himself down in the count 1-2. The A's dropped the first 2 games on the road to the Fort Collins Foxes. Looking for a win here tonight to get back in the win column. The pitch. Weiss misses outside, and that evens a count at 2. Your A's, they dropped the first game at Fort Collins 4-2. They dropped the game last night 18-5. It was a 7-inning run rule for the Foxes. Phillips makes contact. It's a high fly ball going to the right and gone. That one clears the fence over in right field, and Phillips will touch them all. It's a 3-run home run for Jackson Phillips. The A's lead it 7-1. Well, Jackson desperately needed a hit, and he got it there, send it over the right field wall. The A's have a 6-run lead over the Lumberjacks to bring up Yael Amador.
Fielder number 11.
Well, the Lumberjacks, they're going to make a pitching change. We'll take a step aside, tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Fagans grounds that one to Irwin at third. The throw to first in time, and that will end the inning. So we're headed to the top of the fourth. A's lead at 7-1. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Welcome back into All-Star Park as we have entered the top of the fourth. The A's leading 7-1. Hedges back on the mound for the Lumberjacks. He'll face off against Aiden Morehouse, who is 1 for 1. Morehouse, he singled the last time he was up. Hedges delivers a backdoor bender that gets the strike call, and Morehouse down 0-1. Morehouse pops that one. It goes back foul and out of play, and quickly down 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hedges gets Morehouse to swing and come up empty, and is the first out of the inning to bring up Jaden Moreno. Moreno, he's 1 for 2. He singled the last time he was at the plate.
Next for the A's, first baseman number 12.
The A's, they scored 6 in the third to take the 7-1 lead. They've out-hit the Lumberjacks so far 9-2 in this ball game. They've worked the bases loaded twice in the ball game and come up empty both times. Pitch to Moreno misses. Puts him ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Hedges fires, gets Moreno to swing, and that evens the count at 1. One delivery. Hedges goes low and outside, and Moreno is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch misses high, and Moreno is ahead 3-1. A win here for the A's today would be the series sweep over the Lumberjacks. They've already guaranteed a series win. They lead at 3-0. The pitch is popped up, tracked on the left side, and pulled down by Clifford for the second out of the inning. Nobody on and 2 away for Paxton Huff. Huff, he drew the walk the last time he was at the plate. A's are working their third trip through the batting order. Pitch in and gets the strike call from Hedges. He's thrown 30 pitches in relief. See if the A's go to a new pitcher here in the bottom half of the fourth. It's Thomas Fowler. He's pitched all 3 innings so far and thrown just 51 pitches. Takes the ball that misses and evens a count at 1. Hedges goes front door bender and misses. Half ahead now, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch. Slider across the zone and it misses low. Get a new ball to Hedges. Half ahead in the count, 3-1. The pitch, Hedges goes inside and misses and puts 1 on and 2 away for Jackson Phillips. Phillips, he hit the 3-run homer in the last half inning. The A's were up. An absolute no-doubter that cleared the extra fencing over top of the green fence here at All-Star Park. Phillips, he'll come up empty on the swing and finds himself down 0-1. Pitch misses and the throw down to second rolls out into center field. So Huff over to second on the stolen base, and they'll go back to work in the 1-1 count to Phillips. Strikeout and a home run has been so far the night for Jackson. Got the half night off last night doing the DH work as he'll come up empty on the swing and is down in the count 1-2. Phillips makes enough contact to foul that one off. Count remains 1-2. Well, the A's are making the Lumberjax pitching staff work here tonight. One, 2 delivery coming. Gets the strike call, and Phillips will go down looking. That'll send us to the bottom of the fourth, 7-1 A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Well, the A's, they make the pitching change. They go to Nicholas Gonzalez to take over the mound. He'll face off against the middle part of the order. 4, 5, and 6 due up here in the bottom of the fourth for the Lumberjacks. So he'll face off against Elias Frenier. He grounded out the last time he was up.
Frenier.
Gonzalez, he delivers low to Frenier, who is ahead in the count 1-0. Gonzalez, a 2-1 record on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Frenier will get a hold of that one, sends it into center field. Pulling it down was EIL Amador.
Up next for your Lumberjacks, third baseman number 9, Zach Perry.
That brings up Zach Perry, nobody on, one away. Perry, he grounded out the last time he was up. So both teams into the bullpen now as Perry fouls that pitch off and evens a count at 1. Gonzalez gets the strike call. So Thomas Fowler pitched on July the 4th against the Liberal BJs. He went 4 innings in that ball game. Gonzalez, he will miss, and it evens a count at 2. Fowler came into tonight with a 4.50 ERA on the season. A 2-2 pitch, slider across the zone, and that thing is nasty as it looks like it, especially to a right-handed hitter, that it could hit you, but it breaks into the zone, and it just will fool everybody.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, designated hitter.
So that brings up Damian Fisher now with 2 away. Gonzalez, that submarine gets Fisher to swing and come up empty. Down on the count 0-1. Fisher, he is 0-1 on the night. Grounded out the last time he was up. See a swing there, and Fisher's down quickly 0-2. Gonzalez set. He works from the first base side of the rubber, throws that slider in again. It's popped up. If it stays in, it's trouble, but it will fall foul out of play. One ball and 2 strikes the count. Gonzalez misses again, low and outside, and that evens a count at 2. Two-two pitch. Makes contact. Sent out into right field. Huff there to pull it down in fair territory, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the fifth. The A's lead at 7-1. Back here at All-Star Park, Kelly McGregor Field. It is the Lumberjacks and A's as
Center fielder number 11, Yale.
A's lead at 7-1, and Yael Amador leading off for your Dodge City A's. Fort Collins at Boulder today. So he'll take a first pitch strike. Amador 1 for 2. He grounded out the last time he was up. The first time he hit the solo home run in the second. It hit the fence out in right field. Pitch misses low and evens the count at 1. So we can officially close the book on the starter Weiss. He went 2 1/3 innings, allowing 7 runs, struck out 3 and walked 3. Two 2-1 pitch coming. Hedges back on the mound. He took over in the third. Of course, it was the third that the A's, they hung 6 runs and haven't looked back. We're held scoreless in the top of the fourth. We've worked our way into the top of the fifth. The pitch inside, and Amador draws the walk. That'll bring up Arturo Blaquenze. He drew the walk himself the last time he was at the plate.
Up next for the A's, shortstop number 6, Arturo Blaquenze.
1 on, nobody away for the A's. Hedges up to 44 pitches in the game now. So both teams into their bullpen. Amador goes, the pitch misses, and he threw down to a second, not in time. One 1-0 pitch coming to Arturo. BJ's completing their road trip tonight. They take on the Hayes Larks once again. Of course, that game should be just getting underway. in Hayes America. A 2-0 pitch. Hedges, he'll take a look back at second, delivers low, and Blakenze's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. .30 pitch. Hedges delivers. It's the strike call on the outer edge. Taking all the way was Otero, and rightfully so. Hedges did miss the zone the last 3 times he tried. Otero's ahead in the count, 3-1. Hedges goes outside and misses, and that'll put runners on at first and second with nobody out. Turns the lineup over. The A's starting their 4th trip with Omari Johnson. 2 walks and a double, his production at the plate so far tonight. So we'll go to work. First pitch to Johnson misses for ball 1. Fly ball out into left field. That is the first out of the inning.
Up next for the A's, second baseman number 23, Angel Vasquez.
1 away for the A's. To bring up Angel Vasquez. Angel, he's at 3 for 3 on the evening. 2 singles and a double. 2 on and 1 away. Takes a pitch inside and moves ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. Angel will pop that one, and it goes foul and out of play. The evens a count at 1. One pitch. Looks back at second, delivers. Vasquez hits it, going out into right field, and he will be retired for the first time tonight. It allows Amador to tag up, and that'll put runners on the corners. Now 2 away.
Up next for the A's, third baseman number 5, Max Irwin.
So that'll bring up Max Irwin. He's at 1 for 3 on the evening. 2 flyouts and a single has been his production for the Dodge City A's. Takes a first pitch called strike. Down on the count, 0-1. Hedges misses inside, and that evens the count. One delivery. Hedges goes outside, and Irwin will move ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Irwin's ahead 3-1 now. Amador over at third. McKenzie at first. Pitch misses again, and that will load the bases. So for the third time in the ball game, the A's have worked the bases loaded.
Up next for the A's, catcher number 34, Aiden Morehouse.
Brings up the catcher, Aiden Morehouse. Morehouse ahead 1-0. One for two in the ball game. A walk, a single, and a strikeout. 1-0 pitch. Hedges gets the strike call, catching the outer half of the zone, and it evens a count at 1. Morehouse down 1-2. So Amador at third, McKenzie at second, Irwin at first. The pitch, it is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Morehouse might have actually broken his bat. He's going to go over and get something different. Yep, he cracked the end of it. So 2 pieces of firewood already in the ball game for the Dodge City A's. We'll go back to work with the 1-2 pitch. It just delivers high and inside and makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hedge just misses again, goes low and outside, and the count runs full. So we'll see the payoff pitch. So we'll set runners in motion. Hedge just waving one off. He's got what he wants and comes set. Payoff pitch. Morehouse remains alive. He fouls it back into the netting. We'll see another one. Morehouse, he went down on strikes the last time he was at the plate. Trying to avoid back-to-back strikeouts here. See a swing and a miss, and Morehouse goes down swinging. That'll end the inning. The A's, they leave it loaded again. And we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Second inning of work and gets the swing and a miss. Reagan down 0-1. One pitch. Gonzalez misses low. It evens the count at 1. Gonzalez with a team leading 31 2/3 innings pitched. All of them have been out of the pen. Regan ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Gonzalez, he last pitched against the Fort Collins Foxes as Regan makes contact and sends that one out into left field. It falls in the corner and it will be a leadoff double. So, leadoff double, and that'll bring up the catcher, Lukrovka.
Your Lumberjacks. It's the catcher, number 6, Quinn Lukrovka.
Lukrovka, he drew the walk the last time he was up. Gonzalez, he went 2 innings against the Foxes back on July the 6th. He holds an overall 5.97 ERA on the season. Lukrovka ahead 1-0. One 0 pitch. Lukrovka moves ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Worked our way into the bottom of the 5th. The A's clinging to a 6-run lead as Lukrovka, he'll make contact, sends that one up the third base line, and it falls foul. Max Irwin giving chase, but not able to pull it down. Lukrovka stays alive and moves ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Reagan stands on at second. Nobody out in the inning for the Lumberjacks. The first base runner for the Lumberjacks since the bottom of the 3rd. Lumberjacks, they scored their run in the bottom of the 1st. Pitch was swung on and missed, and that evens the count at 2. Nicholas Gonzalez, the senior from McPherson College, standing on the mound, looking in, and gets his sign. Delivers. Lukrovka makes contact, sends it towards left field, and it will fall and be a run rule double. Ground rule double, sorry. Now the Lumberjacks scored that on that run. RBI ground rule double for Lukrovka. That'll bring up Cooper Nider. Nider, he was hit by pitch his last time up. Nider moves ahead 1-0. Gonzalez misses a bit outside and making the snag. Aiden Morehouse. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These pitchers better appreciate the job that their catchers do for them. 2-0 pitch. Goes low and Nider's ahead 3-0. Nider will draw the 4-pitch walk. That'll bring up Kyler Vaughn as the Lumberjacks turn their lineup over. They're starting their third trip through the batting order. Vaughn, he flew out the last time he was up. So after a quick visit between Morehouse and Gonzalez, we'll go back to work. Gonzalez, he's making his 13th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Pitched against the Lumberjacks before. He pitched in the game on the 10th. He went 3 innings in that outing. He also pitched 1 inning against the Lumberjacks on June the 3rd. He has Vaughn down in the count 0-1. 1 on and nobody out for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom of the 5th. They scored on the ground rule double. It's a pitch in, gets the strike call, and quickly Vaughn down 0-2. So after the 4-pitch walk, Gonzalez finding the zone has Vaughn down 0-2. Makes soft contact. It'll be taken by Gonzalez. He'll flip to Vasquez. Not Vasquez. Blakenze covering second and gets the out. So the twin killing and now 2 away.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, shortstop number 20, Caden Clifford.
So that'll bring up Caden Clifford. Clifford 1 for 2. He singled the last time he was up, and now 1 on and 2 away for the Lumberjacks. There's also a miss outside, and Clifford, he's ahead 1 ball and no strikes. Lumberjacks trail at 7-2. That pitch is sent up the middle, and that'll move Nider all the way to third. Runners on the corners with 2 away for Parker Fagans.
First base, second left fielder, number 22, Parker Fagans.
Fagans steps up 1 for 2 in the ball game, having grounded out the last time he was up. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the Lumberjacks. Fagans move ahead 1-0 and a diving stop by Morehouse. Throw over to first, not in time. Pitches in, it gets the strike call. Evens the count at 1 to Fagans. Snyder at third, at Clifford at first for the Lumberjacks. 1 run in the inning. They trail 7-2. Fagans sends that one. It is in foul territory and falls out of play. He'll fall down in the count 1-2. Two pitch coming. Gonzalez takes a look over at first and comes set. Fagans will send that one foul. The count remains 1-2. One, two again. Delivered, and another diving stop. The rundown scores a run. Fagans makes contact, and that'll go out into right field. Runners on the corners again with 2 away.
Up next for your Lumberjacks, it's the first baseman, number 34, Elias Rainier.
Well, the Lumberjacks, they've scored 2 in the inning. They trail 7-3. Brings up Elias Frenier, who is over 2 in the ball game. Frenier, he flew out the last time he was up. He'll come up empty on the swing and is down 0-1. Frenier grounds it to Blakenze. They go to second and get the out. So that will end the inning, and we are headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jade Moreno leading off for the Dodge City A's here in the top of the 6th inning. Moreno 1 for 3. He flew out the last time he was up and faces off against a new pitcher, Brandon Short, fielded by the shortstop Clifford and 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Up next for the A's, right fielder number 13, Paxton Huff.
That'll bring up Paxton Huff. Huff 0 for 1. He drew the walk the last time he was up. The A's are facing off against a lefty on the mound. Lefty Short. He works from the third base side of the rubber. He'll deliver in, get the strike call to Huff, and he's down 0 and 1. A pitch. Huff swings and misses and finds himself down quickly 0 and 2. Well, the Lumberjacks, they've cut into the A's lead. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th and trail it 7 to 3. Pitch. It's Huff caught looking, 2 away. It'll bring up Jackson Phillips, who is 1 for 3. He got caught looking the last time he was at the plate. Phillips, he'll take a swing and come up empty.
Jackson Phillips.
He's down 0 and 1. Pitch. Misses outside. It evens a count at 1 to Phillips. Showers moved through the area earlier in the ball game during the 1st and 2nd innings, but it's clearing up. Clouds are breaking. Phillips makes contact and grounds it to Reagan. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Nicholas Gonzalez returning to the mound for the bottom of the 6th inning. Face off against 5, 6, and 7 in the Lumberjacks order. Zach Perry up. He was a strikeout victim, got caught looking the last time he was at the plate, and Gonzalez struggling with his command of the zone a little bit. Perry ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. Gonzalez, he's thrown 40 pitches. He'll miss again, and Perry's ahead 2-0. Misses high, and Perry's ahead 3 balls and no strikes. Well, just the 4th free pass issued. Well, technically 5th with a hit by pitch. That'll bring up Damian Fisher, who is 0 for 2. Fisher, he flew out his last time up. Lumberjacks, they got on the board, working a few things in the bottom of the 5th. They trail 7-3. Gonzalez gets the slider to get the zone, and Fisher down in the count 0-1. One pitch, just a bit outside. It evens the count at 1. And in and hits Fisher. That'll put 2 on and nobody out.
For your Lumberjacks, second baseman number 5, Mason.
So that'll bring up Mason Regan. Regan 1 for 2. Doubled the last time he was at the plate. Currently no indication from head coach Jeremiah McCollum of intent to go to the bullpen. There is somebody down there. I can't see into the bullpen, but I know that the A's have had someone down there as a pitch is in and called strike to Regan. Down in the count 0-1. There are also a few pitchers standing down in the Lumberjacks bullpen. The A's, they occupy the first base side here. Lumberjacks occupying third. Pitch is swung on. So Regan, he's down in the count 0-2. 2 on and nobody out for the Lumberjacks. Pitch is sent to the right. It will fall foul. The count remains 0-2. Gonzalez with the 0-2. Misses high. Makes it 1-2 now to Regan. Second baseman hitting in the 7 hole for the Lumberjacks. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That is the first out of the inning. Bring up the catcher Quinn Lukrofka. Hit into the ground rule double the last time he was at the plate.
Next for your Lumberjacks.
So it was that ground rule double that got the scoring started for the Lumberjacks. So he'll step in with 2 on and 1 away. One 0 pitch. So Krofka makes contact Chasing it is Amador. He'll pull it down, and that is the second out of the inning. No advancement of the runners. So an unproductive out for the Lumberjacks. 2 away with 2 on.
Now batting
That
for the
brings up
Jacks,
Cooper
right
Nider.
fielder number 4, Cooper Nider.
Nider yet to record an official at bat. He was hit by pitch and drew the walk the last time he was up. First pitch he sees will be swung on and missed, and he's down 0-1. Counts even at 1 to Nider. One delivery. Gonzalez gets him to swing and miss, and Nider's down in the count 1-2. Time is called. Nider will step out of the box. Means Gonzalez will step off the mound as well. So we'll go back to work. 1-2 delivery. Gonzalez set. From the windup, and he'll miss high and outside. That evens a count at 2. It's Deuces Wild across top of the scoreboard. 7 runs on 9 hits for your Dodge City A's. 3 runs on 6 hits for the Lumberjacks. The A's have stranded 9. So far, the Lumberjacks 4. 2-2 pitch. Misses high, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch. Gonzalez gets the swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Yale Amador leading off for the Dodge City A's as We've entered the top of the 7th. Amador 1 for 2 in the ball game. So it's 8, 9, and 1 in the order due up for your A's. Amador, he drew the walk the last time he was up. Short back on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Goes backdoor with the bender and gets the strike call, and Amador is down in the count 0-1. Tried to go backdoor again, grounds it to the first baseman Fernier. He'll step on the bag, and the out is recorded. One away for the A's to bring up Arturo Blaquenze. Blaquenze 0 for 1. He's been the beneficiary of the walk the last 2 times he's been at the plate. The A's are completing their 4th trip through the batting order. Nobody on and 1 away here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, fastball catching the outer edge, and Blaquenze's down 0-1. Blaquenze grounds it up the middle. It'll be cut off and booted by the shortstop Clifford, and the A's have a runner aboard.
Next for the A's, left fielder number 14, Omari Johnson.
That's it. It didn't hit it well.
Well, the A's, they've reached the double-digit hit mark. 10th hit of the ball game for Arturo Blaquenze. Omari Johnson's up at the plate, 1 for 2. Johnson, he flew out the last time he was up. Takes a strike call and makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is sent foul. It'll go back and out of play, and that evens the count at 2 for Johnson. Send that one foul again. Count remains 2-2. Omari slugging .493 on the season. 1 on, 1 away for the A's. Grounded on the right side, the 11th hit of the ball game, and the A's have runners on at first and second.
Now batting for the A's, second baseman number 23, Angel Vasquez.
So that'll bring up Angel Vasquez. Angel 3 for 4. He was retired for the first time the last time he was at the plate. Flew out into right field. He steps up with 2 on and 1 away. Angel, he's slugging at .739 on the season. in second place behind Aiden Morehouse. Angel makes contact, sends it out into the right center field gap, played off the hop. One runs in. That'll put runners on the corners. The A's lead at 8-3.
Up next for the A's, third baseman number 5, Max Irwin.
Runners on the corners with one away for Max Irwin. Irwin, he's at 1 for 3. Was a beneficiary of the walk the last time he was up. Irwin, he's slugging .500 on the season as he steps to the plate. Runners on the corners with one away. A runner goes, a swing and a miss. Throw down to second. The run is thrown out at home. So now 2 away for the A's. Pitch is in and gets the strike call, and Irwin's down in the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Short fires in, gets Irwin to swing, and that will end the inning. The A's lead at 8-3, and we're headed to stretch time here in Colorado. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. The A's leave Nicholas Gonzalez on the mound as he'll face off against Kyler Vaughn. Vaughn 0 for 2. He flew out the last time he was up. He takes a strike call. Pitch misses inside, and that evens a count at 1. 1-1 delivery. Gonzalez fires in, gets Vaughn to swing and come up empty, and that makes it 1-2. Gonzalez at 62 pitches in the ball game. 1-2 pitch. He'll miss outside, and that evens a count. A 2-2 pitch. Vaughn fouls that one off. Goes to the right and out of play, and count remains 2-2. We've worked our way into the bottom of the 7th. The A's lead at 8-3. A's going for the series sweep. Pitch will miss high. Vaughn sees the count run full. A payoff pitch coming from Gonzalez. It is popped to the foul to the right. We'll do it over again. So the Lumberjacks, they played in part of the, I believe it was the Front Range League last year. That's grounded to Gonzalez. He'll take it, flip to first, and get the out. So nobody on and one away for Caden Clifford. Make the Lumberjacks, they make the move to the Rocky Mountain League this year. They played last year at Rock Canyon. Playing this year here at All-Star Park. Pitches in and gets the strike call to Clifford. Clifford, he singled his last time up. Takes a pitch low there and evens a count at 1. The A's have out hit the Lumberjacks 12-6 here in this ball game. They lead at 8-3. The pitch, a check swing, and it's the strike call. So Clifford, he's down 1-2. Collegians leading the Foxes 3-1. The BJs are leading the Larks 2-0. Pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. BJs leading 2-0 that game in the middle of the 4th. Foxes and Collegians, that one being played in Boulder. Currently 3-1 in favor of the Collegians in that game in the bottom of the 4th. Gonzalez misses. It was his 73rd pitch of the ball game. And it evens a count at 2. It's the strike call. Clifford will get caught looking, and now 2 away. That'll bring up Parker Fagans.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, left fielder number 22, Parker Fagans.
Fagans, he's at 2 for 3 in the ball game. Singled the last time he was at the plate, so he'll step up with nobody on and 2 away. Fagans, a big swing and a miss, and Falls down in the count 0-1. The 1 pitch. Taken outside. It evens the count at 1 to Fagans. Pitch goes foul. It is out of play, and Fagans down in the count 1-2. So we'll go back to work. The 1-2 delivery coming from Gonzalez. Goes low and misses, and evens the count at 2. 2-2 delivery. Pitch goes out into right field, and Huff there to pull it down, and that will end it. We're headed to the top of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. So Moreno will get the strikeout. And that is 2 away to bring up Paxton Huff.
Number 13, Paxton Huff.
Huff 0 for 2. So Morehouse on the first pitch he saw popped it up to the shortstop. Moreno gets the strikeout, and Huff, who is 0 for 2, he went down looking his last time up and is ahead in the count 1-0. Garza, the new pitcher on the mound, the lefty. They'll go outside, and Huff works ahead in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes.
I sat in the grass not realizing that it was wet.
Huff ahead 3-0. Nobody on and 2 away. The pitch will get the strike call. 3-1 pitch coming from Garza. Lefty stands on the first base side of the rubber. Delivers and misses low, and Huff will draw the 5-pitch walk. Brings up Jackson Phillips. Phillips 1 for 4. Phillips, he grounded out the last time he was up, but he had the home run
Up next for the A's, designated hitter number 17.
back in the third inning rather. Amador hit the solo shot. Phillips, he hit a 3-run homer. 1 on and 2 away. Garza delivers a strike, and Phillips down 0-1. Garza with that slider that's going from right to left across the zone. That one misses high and inside, and Phillips is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one delivery. Thing about it, the Lumberjacks pitchers are working quick. Makes a throw over to first, not in time.
Oh, it's okay. I was wondering why I was like, I feel like this is the 8th. I feel like I'm like missing something. And usually reminds me that I have
A pitch. Phillips will swing and come up empty, and that evens the count at 2. The 2-2. Phillips makes contact. It's a fly ball to right. Ranging on it and pulling it down is Snyder, and that will end the inning. The A's strand another one, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Nicholas Gonzalez back out for his 5th inning of work. He's thrown 79 pitches in the ball game. He'll face off against the middle part of the order. Elias Frenier set to lead off for the Lumberjacks. Frenier hit into a fielder's choice the last time he was up. Lumberjacks trailing 8-3. Worked our way into the bottom of the 8th. Swung on and missed. Frenier down in the count, 0-1. The 0-1 goes inside and evens a count. Well, Garza, he needed just 14 pitches in the top half of the inning to get out of it. So that pitch misses from Gonzalez, and Frenier is ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. A 2-1. Frenier sends it into right field. Playing it off the hop is Huff, and the Lumberjacks have their leadoff aboard. That'll bring up Zach Perry. Perry 0 for 2. He walked the last time he was at the plate. Ground out in a strikeout for him before that. 1 on, nobody out. Lumberjacks trailing by 5 here in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch gets the strike call. Perry down on the count, 0-1. Gonzalez tries to go on the inner half again, but misses low. It evens a count at 1. Perry swings at a high ball there, and he'll fall down in the count, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Gonzalez delivers, pops it up the elevator chute. It'll go foul and out of play. Count will remain 1-2. One, two, misses. Gonzalez set. I'll deliver the 2-2. It's low, and the count runs full. Payoff pitch. Sent.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, designated hitter number 17, Damian Fisher.
Well, the Lumberjacks got their first 2 aboard to bring up Damian Fisher, who is 0 for 2. Fisher, he was hit by pitch last time he was up. Fisher will draw the strike call. Falls down in the count, 0-1. Gonzalez delivers, goes across the zone again and gets the strike call, and Fisher's down quickly 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Diving stop by Morehouse, and Fisher still down 1-2. Pitch fouled again. Count remains 1-2. Two balls, two strikes. The A's are yet to record an out in the bottom of the 8th. Third batter of the inning, the 2-2 delivery coming, is soft roller up the middle, throw to first, and not get the out. That's going to score 2 runs and send Fisher all the way to third on the error. And the Lumberjacks are within 3.
Up next for your Lumberjacks, second baseman number 5, Mason Regan.
First error of the ball game for the Dodge City A's, as that brings up Mason Regan, who is 1 for 3. He went down on strikes the last time he was up. Takes a first pitch ball and is ahead in the count 1-0. That pitch in gets the strike call. It evens a count at 1 to Regan. Now, all of a sudden, the tying run is in the on-deck circle. As the pitch misses, and Regan's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch outside, a good diving stop that will save a run, and Regan's ahead 3-1. Nobody down in the A's bullpen, it looks like. That pitch is in and will hit Regan. Puts runners on the corners and still nobody out. 2 runs in the inning. 2 runners on for Quinn Lukrofka. Lukrofka 1 for 2. He flew out the last time he was at the plate. Tying run represented by Lukrofka as he'll foul off the pitch and falls down 0-1. So the go-ahead run now stands in the on-deck circle, represented by Cooper Nider. The A's at one point led this game 7-1. Throw down to second. They get the out. So now One on and one away for Lou Krofka. So he no longer represents a tying run. Pitches in for the strike, and Lou Krofka down in the count 1-2. Krofka swings, he'll come up empty, and now 2 away. So Nider steps up as the tying run now moves to the on-deck circle.
Right fielder number 4.
Nider 0 for 1 in the ball game. Nider, he went down swinging the last time he was at the plate. He'll foul off the first pitch he sees, and he's down in the count 0-1. Gonzalez delivers, misses inside, and it evens. Gonzalez will get the strike call on the outer edge. Nider down in the count 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Nider pops it up, tracking it on the left side, and Blakenze will pull it down for the 3rd out. So we're headed to the top of the 9th. The A's have 3 outs to add to their lead. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Yael Amador leading off for the Dodge City A's. Takes a first pitch strike from Garza, and down in the count 0-1. Amador, he flew out the last time he was, or no, grounded out the last time he was at the plate. Foul that one off and is down quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Garza. Amador fouls that one out of play. Count will remain 0-2. Amador swings and comes up empty, 1 away. That'll bring up Arturo Blakenze as the A's had 8, 9, and 1 due up.
Next up for the A's,
Blakenze steps up 1 for 2.
Mackenzie.
Hit a single the last time he was up as Weir hitting the 3-hour mark here. Pitch is popped up, goes foul and out of play. Imblikense down 0-1. So the A's will have one more game on this Colorado road trip, their second 4-game trip of the year. McKenzie pops that one up. It's out into right field, tracking it as Snyder and pulling it down, and now 2 away. So that'll turn the lineup over to Omari Johnson.
Omari Johnson.
The A's, they made 5 full trips through the batting order. Johnson steps up. He's 2 for 3 in the ball game. He singled the last time he was up. So the A's, they'll have one more game tomorrow night against the Game Day Angels. Game a 6 p.m. Mountain Time start. A's will return home, and they travel to Liberal to take on the BJs on Saturday. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Johnson down quickly 0-2. Your A's will return home to Cavalier Field on Sunday to face off against the Fort Collins Foxes. Will be there Sunday and Monday. Pitch misses. Johnson still down in the count, 1-2. Your A's are seeking their 11th win of the season as that pitch is fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Johnson sends that one. It eats up the third baseman, Perry. So the 13th hit of the ball game for your Dodge City A's.
Next up for the A's, second baseman number 23, Angel Vasquez.
That'll bring up Angel Vasquez. Vasquez, he's 4 for 5 in the ball game. 3 singles and a double. There's been one bright spot in the lineup. It's been Angel. 1 on and 2 away for the A's. Down to their final out to add insurance. Pitch misses outside, and he's ahead 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 pitch. Vasquez makes contact. It's a high fly ball into center field. Backtracking is Vaughn. He'll pull it down ahead of the warning track, and that will end the inning. The Lumberjacks are down to their final 3 outs. We're headed to the bottom of the 9th. The Lumberjacks trail 8-5. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Seven to Boulder Collegians lead the Foxes. That game in the top of the 6th. The Collegians leading the Foxes. The BJs lead Hayes right now 2-0. That game in the top of the 5th. So back at the top of the order for the Lumberjacks, and they sub out and go to Joshua Miller, who will take a strike call. A's go back to Nicholas Gonzalez. He's out for his 6th inning of work. Gonzalez, he'll get the pop-up foul out of play, and Miller, he's down in the count 0-2. Go to delivery. Gonzalez misses, and Miller, he's in the count, 1-2 strikes. Lumberjacks are down to their final 3 outs. They trail 8-5. They've tried to make this one interesting. So they've outscored the A's 4-1. Pitches swung on and missed, and 1 away. That'll bring up Caden Clifford. Clifford 2 for 4. He got caught looking the last time he was at the plate.
For your Lumberjacks, shortstop number 20, Caden Clifford.
Lumberjacks still have their tying run in the dugout. They trail 8-5. They've been out hit 13-7 in this ball game. Pitch is popped up. It's over on the right side. Tracking it is Vasquez. He'll pull it down in fair territory and 2 away. Well, the Lumberjacks are now down to their final out. They'll bring up Parker Fagans, who is 2 for 4 in the ball game. Fagans, he flew out the last time he was at the plate. The A's are trying to get the final out and go for the series sweep over the Lumberjacks. Pitches in, gets the strike call. Fagans down 0-1. Gonzalez, he's thrown 116 pitches in relief. The 0-1 delivery. Gonzalez gets a swing and a miss, and Fagans down 0-2. The pitch, Fagans will send that one foul out of play. Count remains 0-2. Nobody on and 2 away. Gonzalez looking in, gets what he wants and comes set. The 0-2 pitch goes outside. Makes it 1-2. Gonzalez gets the strikeout, and it is the 120th pitch of the ball game, and that will end it. The A's pick up the win in the series sweep over the Lumberjacks. They also pick up their 11th win on the season and improve to 9-9 in Rocky Mountain League play. Let's take a look at our scoring summary really quick before we wrap this one up.
Lumberjacks would like to thank you for attending today's game. For more Lumberjacks
Is
info, follow us on all of our social media channels at Go Lumberjacks. And check out our website at golumberjacks.com.
Gonzalez will pick up his 3rd win of the season. The loss will go to Jack Weiss. The Dodge City A's, they got started early. They would get 1 run in the second. They trailed, actually, going into the second. So they tied up in the second, score 6 in the third, and 1 in the 7th. 8-run, 13 hits, and 1 error for the A's. They would strand 12 runners. 1 run and the first, 2 in the 5th, and 2 in the 8th. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Lumberjacks, who stranded 7. Take a quick look at the scoring for your Dodge City A's as they would get runners on in the first but not get anything going. They would actually strand the bases loaded. Yael Amador steps up in the second, and he hits a home run over the right field wall to get the A's on the board. And in the third, Omari Johnson leads off with a double, followed by an Angel Vasquez double that scores a run. Max Irwin steps up and singles and scores a run, followed by Aiden Morehouse single, then a Jaden Moreno single that drives in a run. Paxton Huff will draw a walk, and then Jackson Phillips steps up and hits a 3-run homer over the right field wall. Arturo Blaquinze, he draws a walk, as does Omari Johnson as the A's bat around and load the bases on an Angel Vasquez single. The A's, they won't get anything out of it, but they leave them loaded and hold a 7-1 lead at that point. Then in the 4th, the A's will get Paxton Huff on a walk, but not get anything out of it. In the 5th, the A's, they get Yael Amador on a walk, followed by an Arturo Blaquinze walk and a Max Irwin walk. They'll leave them loaded. They go down 1, 2, 3 in the 6th, and then in the 7th, the A's, with 1 away, Arturo Blaquinze gets a single. He'll come around and score after an Omari Johnson single. He is driven in on an Angel Vasquez single. Angel Vasquez, a monster night at the plate for him as he goes 3 for 3 until he is retired in the 5th. He'll go 4 for 6 on the evening. It's the A's, they pick up their 11th win of the season and also their 9th in RMBL play. They're 9-9 overall, and with a loss would draw even with the Fort Collins Foxes. So that'll wrap it up here. The A's win at 8-5 over the Lumberjacks, taking the series win. We'll see you tomorrow night at Double Angel Park, 6 p.m. Mountain Time start. I am Justin Hergert for the entire A's board and organization. We say thank you for following along. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball.